What's happening, guys? It's your pal Griz, and I know I haven't gotten a video up at all since last week, and technically I'm late on this one too, as Kit Up is supposed to be on Mondays, but you'll have to forgive me because last week life just sorta got in the way. I didn't even get a chance to play Second Assault until like 3 days after it launched, so yeah, I apologize for the lack of videos lately, and I will really try to do better for you guys this week. Anyway, hello! And welcome to Kit Up, my weekly Battlefield series where you guys get to suggest the loadout and or weapon setup you'd like to see me use. Then I go out and get some gameplay with it and do a little review. Last week I had quite a few different suggestions for the new assault rifle that was introduced with Second Assault, the beloved F2000. So this setup is brought to you by King QQs? I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, dude, but I'm not 100% sure how it is that you say that. So for attachments, I've got the US red dot sight, my favorite. I didn't have the flash hider, so like he says, I left the barrel naked, laser sight, and a stubby grip. For my sidearm, I've got the CZ75 with a muzzle brake and laser sight, and for some reason I'm not sure why I was using the Delta RDS instead of the Ghost Ring. I done goofed on that one, but it's just a sight, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. And finally, to round out this kit, I'm going to be taking my defibs and med kits with me, thank God, and use the RGO impact grenades and the offensive field upgrades. So let's bring up the stat chart from simthic.com here and take a look at the F2000 statistically. So it does have the standard assault rifle damage model at 25 high and 18 low, that's no surprise. The F2000 is the only assault rifle, though, that has a rate of fire of 850 rounds per minute. So while it isn't the fastest firing AR, it's still pretty damn fast. Its firing modes are fully automatic and semi-automatic, and its reload times are 3.9 seconds when empty and 2.7 seconds with a round still in the chamber. Ouch. That's not a pretty number right there, but let's come back to that thought later. So the recoil pattern of the F2000 is pretty manageable. It has very little upwards motion, so if you want to counter it, it is very easy to do so just by pulling down or up if you're like me, on the mouse as you fire. I say up because I'm inverted. The side-to-side wiggle action this guy seems to have is what you really want to watch out for. But thankfully, the stubby grip is there to help us out a bit in that department by increasing our automatic fire accuracy by 15%. The stubby is perfect on the F2000 if you ask me, because this is one of those weapons that just begs to be mag dumped. If you're the kind of player whose bread and butter is medium range, I'd say you might want to go with the angled, and here's why. At medium range, you really need to be tap firing the F2000, because that side-to-side recoil action is going to make your bullets fly all over the place. And with such a small target at range, this is definitely bad news bears. So using the angled grip might be better for that type of situation. But for me, I still like the stubby because I like to get all up in people's business anyway. Now before I get on the negative, I just want to mention one more really great aspect of the F2000, and that is its hipfire capabilities. I think we can all agree I like to hipfire a lot. My PDW guide can definitely attest to that. But yeah, the hipfire on this guy is amazingly tight, especially with the laser sight on there, and I can't really see running anything else besides the laser, if I'm being completely honest. And I know this isn't the suggested kit here, but I had to show the F2000's unique optic. It's a 1.6 times zoom, and I just love the look of it. I don't know about you guys, but it kind of reminds me of Starship Troopers. You know those crazy space guns they were using in that movie? Anyone remember that movie? But yeah, I think it's really cool looking, and it makes the F2000 look like a space gun or something. But where does the balance lie when it comes to this weapon? It's gotta be somewhere, right? It comes in the awful reload times. I can't tell you guys how many times I was caught with no bullets in either the F2000 or the CZ75 because there were just too many guys, and the bullets, they were gone so quickly. So I definitely say watch out for that. I'd say you could take out 2 guys max with the F2000 before you either need to get your ass to cover or move on to the sidearm. As for the rest of this kit, I'm not going to bother spending too much time on it, as I've already talked about the CZ75 a couple times before. It's a great pistol, hits like a truck for the most part, a great finisher pistol, and one of my personal favorites. Thank you, King, for giving me the defibs and med kits, because I think if you're going to be an assault player, you should be healing and reviving your teammates as much as possible. Nothing worse than when you get killed and like 3 assaults run by your dead body, just like, herp and derp, I'ma shoot the bullets, yeah. The RGOs are great, but I still think I prefer the minis overall as my go-to grenade. They're just so OP. So OP. Anyway guys, that is going to do it for this week's episode of Kid Up, and I do so hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you'd like to leave the video some love, you can do so by clicking that like button down below. Always appreciated. And if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on future episodes of Kid Up. Also guys, don't forget to leave me a suggestion for next week's episode down in the comments below, and let me know if you think I can improve on these episodes in any way, and I'll definitely do my best to do so. So this last little clip here is just going to prove to you once and for all that the F2000 can definitely get you out of some pretty sticky situations as I make a meal of these 3 gentlemen on the B flag of Shanghai. So once again, I'd like to thank you very much for watching. My name is Griz. Peace.